I'm Misty Kingma and I'm going to draw my life. Let's do this. So I was born on October 1st. My poor mom thought she was having just one baby that day, but then 2 hours later the doctor was like, no, you have another baby in your stomach. Let's get her out ASAP. So that's my sister Jenna and that's me. I was a surprise, yay. Oh, and I have another little brother named DJ. Okay guys, let's move on. So we were all born in the elegant town of Torrance, California. You know, it's a little suburb outside of LA, but it's also kind of ghetto. So mom and dad were like, no, let's get out of here. They packed us in the cliche minivan and we drove to San Luis Obispo on the central coast of California. There's lots of mountains and stuff there. And I had a pretty normal childhood. We had lots of turtles that just kept breeding. So we never got to have a dog, which was sad. We also really liked to go water skiing because there was a lake nearby, Lake Nacimiento. There's me on my ski. Oh, and in our backyard, there kind of was like a creek, so we used to play with tadpoles a lot, you know, back when kids used to actually play outside. In elementary school, I loved being the center of attention because I was a twin, of course. I had to stand out somehow, so I was Little Red Riding Hood in the school play. And the boy, the big bad wolf, that was my opposite, I didn't want to kiss him. They were trying to get me to, but I still thought boys were yuck. I also was Mary Pickford in 6th grade in the school play, and I thought I was pretty cool with that. Then I was still feeling pretty cool because I didn't have to have braces like everyone else in middle school, but I balanced out that coolness by playing the trumpet and being in the school choir, although I was not that good at singing at all. But middle school, you know, you gotta get weird. High school times, I got pretty sporty. I played softball, basketball, volleyball. Oh, but then I also danced. And you know, by the end of high school, I was realizing that was way more me. And then when it was time to go to college, me and my sister didn't go to the same place. I stayed in California and she went to Arizona, sadness. But oh my gosh, I loved wearing my fake glasses in college. Oh, and I was also on the water ski team, but one day I was at practice and I fell and my ski hit me in the head. And then I actually needed glasses, so I was pretty happy about that, you know. In college, I studied business. Why? I am not really sure at all. I think I always wanted to work in entertainment. I was always sad that we left LA to move to San Luis Obispo because there was no entertainment there whatsoever. But thankfully I had a really cool professor that opened my eyes to presenting because one day in class I gave a great presentation and he said there's something there. So he opened my eyes to a whole new career path which would eventually save me. So I took matters in my own hands. Before I graduated, I interned at MTV in New York City for one summer all by myself. I just moved there. Oh my gosh, and I lived in Brooklyn, but there was one problem. Everyone stereotyped me really bad at my office, and it took them until my last week to maybe take me seriously, and so I was on a mission after that. But then I took an awesome trip to Europe with 6 girlfriends after we graduated. We went to 25 cities, 8 countries in Europe for 2 months. Oh, we ran with the bulls in Pamplona. That's supposed to be a bull right there, I guess. We got free tickets to Wimbledon and London. We stayed with relatives, but my favorite place was Prague, hands down. After such an eye-opening experience in Europe, I knew I had to go find a job that didn't feel like work, that I was truly passionate about. So I drove down to Hollywood and moved there immediately. And crazy enough, I got a job doing news for an online website, but I had no idea what I was doing. But then I started studying and I eventually got Countdown LA, a half-hour travel show in Los Angeles on KCAL9. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. But let's not think it was that easy. I had a lot of unglamorous jobs while I was trying to do my reporting thing. I picked up lots of dog poop. I was a personal assistant, aka I was a personal bitch. I planned weddings for rich people who didn't know what they want, and I answered a lot of phones for the privileged. From there, I started guest hosting on the Young Turks, that's a table panel with co-hosts, and I started doing red carpet interviews for Red Carpet Report, which was a great experience. That's me interviewing a celebrity, yay! And then from there, after hustling, I got my job at Clever, hosting and producing the music news channel, Clever Music, and that's been such a great experience. After living in La La Land for so many years, I finally realized what is most important to me that I value. Honesty. There's so much fakeness here. You gotta be honest and be real. Stereotypes. I hate judgment. And competition. A little healthy competition. Never hurt anyone, especially in LA. And I love entertaining people. But most importantly, you have to be yourself. I learned that the hard way being a twin. It was more important than ever in my life. Where do I go from here? Well, so far I love the music reporting that I get to do at Clever. It's awesome, but I also love reality television for the realness of it. So I would love to host a reality show. That's me. I'd also like to have Andy Cohen's show on Bravo, Watch What Happens Live, and Honest, show that entertains and lifts people up. Is that too much to ask? Stay weird, guys, and darling, be daring.